I've experienced anger at a snowman. When I was in high school, I used to have a tradition with my friends that we would go. I lived in the sort of not quite as rich as the next town, so we thought that we were sort of, you know, proletarian rebels by going into the next richest town, stealing all of their Christmas ornaments out of their yards, piling them all into an abandoned mansion, and setting them on fire. So, you know, I'd done that for several years, and it was always a great time. It was great. So then I had taken like a break from that. I was trying to reform, but I went off to my sophomore year of college at like a different place than my freshman year, and I was in Annapolis, Maryland. It's, you know, it's like a small little like colonial town, kind of nice little streets and stuff, and everything, you know, church circle, state circle, all this, you know, like very traditional stuff. So I'm at St. John's College. We're on the campus, you know, it's the third oldest school in the country, so, you know, the police can't come on because we got grandfathered in, blah, blah, blah. So I go out, I'm drinking like half a gallon of Carlo Rossi. I go out into the town and I'm like, hey, I want to revive this tradition, you know, to all my friends. I'm like, let's go steal the Christmas ornaments. So we go downtown to the dock and we like, you know, and we're at the big old Christmas tree there, and they've got these Christmas ornaments that are like this big. And so like we brought cardboard boxes, and then like one of us will stand next to the tree, you know, and like go like and throw it into the box, and like, I got it. So we're piling them all in this one spot. And meanwhile, like, you know, as the holiday season's been progressing, every time I drive downtown, I passed this humongous Frosty the Snowman. Like, yeah, I mean, it was beyond life size. It was huge because it was on the governor's mansion lawn. And I hate this snowman. I mean, like, every time I go by it, I like give it the middle finger, or like, you know, like say something angry to it. I don't know why. And then like it just fed on itself. Like the anger and rage towards Frosty just kept like moving, you know, just kept getting worse and worse as the season progressed. So finally I'm here in this, you know, thing, and we've gotten almost all of the Christmas ornaments, and I'm like, what about that fucking Frosty? So I'm like, we're gonna hop the fence, we're gonna pop it. And so, you know, I convinced my friends we could hop over the thing. I didn't have the heart to pop it because I was like kind of chickened out, so I just pulled the plug so it would and just deflated, and I get back over. Well, okay, so then I get all my cardboard boxes full of Christmas ornaments. I go back to the college, I'm safe, but I got greedy. There was one Santa Claus that I remembered that I had forgotten to get. So I left the safety of the campus, walked back to the Santa Claus, got it, but then I saw the cop, and I said, well, okay, throw the Santa Claus over here, and I like start to walk the opposite direction, and I hear the cop go like, you there, stop! And so, you know, in my like Carlo Rossi brain, I thought that the good thing to do would be to run away from the voice. So I take off running, and then I start to hear the sirens. I mean, at this point, there are now like, I don't know how many, like, there were a lot of cop cars, and they were all circling around trying to find me because I had just hopped the fence. And this was like, this must have been, I mean, it was less than 5 years after 9/11. Like, everybody was still real freaked out about terrorism, and I had just hopped the governor's mansion fence, got caught on the security camera, whatever. So anyways, I'm running around, I'm drunk, so I like run into a courtyard, like sort of in the middle, you know, that's what I'm saying, it's all like circles, so I'm like in the middle of some sort of circle, and the cops are like circling around the street, and I run into this courtyard, and I think I'm gonna get away. I see a canoe, and I'm like, I could totally get in the canoe and get under it, but then I was like, but then when they come to extract me, it will hurt. Because it will be all like a confusion, and they'll like, you know, they won't be happy. So I was like, so I may still get away with it if I hide in this bush. So I get in the bush, and I'm just like staying there. I'm like, please, no, 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 no. And then I like see like a light. It's going around the courtyard. Finally, the light's like right behind my head, and I just hear, somebody's going to jail. So then, anyway, you know, they do the whole shebang where they throw me up against the cop car and they like take me out and they're like, you know, good cop, bad cop. Like one of them's like, I think this guy's a good guy, and the other one's like, he has made so many different violations, and like trying to like screw me and stuff. Anyways, like eventually they let me, you know, they let me go. Like they, you know, do the little, they give me the citation and stuff. And I got a court date. And meanwhile, like, remember, I was with my friends. Well, where were they? They all got away. So I go back to my room. I'm like ready to tell everyone, like, you won't believe what happened to me. And I open the door, and my two friends, while I was in jail, a boy and a girl, they were having sex in my bed. And that's the end.